So now that I've tried NoFap and I know it's bullshit and it doesn't work, I will now walk you through a step-by-step actionable plan that you will use when you will have the urge, how to prevent the urges, why you have the urges even in the first place, and how to convince yourself that you are the guy that doesn't fap. Because this is basically all you need. You don't need a cute paper on a wall that counts your streak, and on day 90 you will become a god and all the girls will immediately want to suck your dick. You just basically need those 4 or 5 things I have written down here to get more girls, be more confident, be more productive, and just generally be more happy with your life and with yourself. So if that sounds good to you, and if that's something that you want to have in your life, then let's sit down, put me in the full screen so you focus on me. You put in full screen porn, so why not me? I'm as sexy as those girls, right? So first I want to talk about is lust. Many people, especially on YouTube, describe lust as something evil, right? But lust in and of itself isn't bad. You just make it a bad thing. You use it in a bad way. Like, imagine a life without lust, bro. Imagine that you will never be horny from now. The life would suck, right? You want sexual desire in your life. It's a type of energy like nothing else. And I'm genuinely grateful that I have sexual desire, because some people doesn't. Either because from an accident or because they were born with it, or I don't know. But imagine your dick don't even go hard. Like, it sucks, right? We want to fuck. We want to express love. We want to make children. But the reason why lust is seen as something evil is because you use it in a bad way. You don't use it for love, for making children. You use it for porn, for naked pictures of someone else, and sometimes that doesn't even exist, you know, those hentai porns and this weird shit. So the point here is not to remove lust from your life, but to use that lust in a better way. And here's how to do it, bro. So let's just do this actionable exercise, because this is what you will exactly do when you will get the urge. So do it with me. Close eyes. And now let's imagine that in your body there's this like clear green light energy. Imagine it as a dust or a mist flowing on in your body. But when you get the urge, there's 2 points that the green and clear energy turns into red or dark magic. And this dark magic appears in your dick and in your head. Because when you have the urge, you can imagine it, right? You can imagine how you're fucking a girl, how you're doing all these things. And when the dark energy is big enough, it transfers to your balls. And when that energy transmits in the balls, that's where you have the urge, where you like want to just lay on the bed and fucking jerk off. And up until you will learn how to deal with this energy and release it, you will still relapse. So to get rid of this energy, every time you will have the urge, let's imagine right now you get the sexual desire and you're about to lay down on a bed and jerk off. In this moment, you will sit down or even lay down and close eyes and start doing deep breaths. And imagine that with every deep breath, the dark energy will slowly spread out all over your body and turn green and clear and light. So now let's imagine that energy in your balls, and let's do 3 big deep breaths together and imagine how it's spreading all over your body and you have no urge at all. Now admit that you're stronger, that you feel more energized, that you feel more clear, and that there's no dark magic in your body. You're free. And now with this, fuck, there's a lot of light. You not only make yourself more stronger, energized, more productive therefore, but also you just remove the urge. You will then become less of a loser. your dick will work properly and you won't get erectile dysfunction in your 20s, and you will also have higher testosterone, making you more attractive to every single woman on the planet, because every fucking woman likes masculine energy. So this is the type of exercise you do when you have the urge. But I also found like the one mind trick that will not only prevent you from getting the urges, but also increase the chances of saying no to that urges. And to do so, you have to create in your mind your new identity, your new self that can say no to porn. So there are two ways you can do it. You can either visualize yourself, how would you look like as if you weren't fapping every single day like a fucking jerk, right? So you can visualize how you're more attractive, how you're stronger because you have time to work out, how you're productive and have more money because you don't focus on bullshit but on real work, how you would talk with girls, how you would act, how you would walk. Just have a vivid picture of yourself of this type of version. And then the second one is that you will do what's called foreseeing failure. And it's about basically you visualizing yourself when you are about to fuck up, but you don't fuck up, right? So you can visualize how you get the urge, how you're slowly going onto bed, typing the porn, and then you stop. And then you throw the phone away and say, no, I will do 10 push-ups, then do some productive shit. You know, like imagine whatever you want, right? But the main point here is that you visualize that you say no. Maybe you can visualize doing that exercise that I've shown you right now, because even though this sounds cute that when you will get the urge you will do some deep breaths and you will be good, chances are that when you will get the urge you won't do this shit, or the urge will be stronger and will just drag you in the porn faster than you possibly can think of, is pretty high. So by visualizing this, you're increasing the chances of starting this new habit that will make you quit porn. But even you know all this shit, let's just admit, bro, that you and I will relapse at least once in our lifetime from this point. And it's totally okay, bro. Like the point here is to fap less. Don't have some streak, right? Because when you're counting on streaks, you do day 1, day 2, and then on day 3 you fail, and because you're on day 0 you fap like 3 times, right? So this is not making a progress. This is just having some imaginary streak that no one cares about except you. But why would you care about it when it's literally ruining your life, right? So instead, you would be focusing on fap less, like I've hooked you in the headline of this video. And it's basically just focusing on fapping less times than the month before. So basically, let's say you right now fap for 25 times in a month. If you would be on a NoFap, it would be a failure for you. And because of this fact, you will even more admit that you can't quit porn, that you're a loser, blah, blah, blah. But if you will be focusing on fap less, you will just be okay with fapping 23 times, because the last month you fapped 25 times. So it's a progress. And even if it sounds weird to you because you want to quit, bro, you're addicted for years, and this strong fucking energy is strong. So you won't quit just like that because you have some tactic, right? This is a long process. So if you will be slowly going down, in 6 months you will not only learn to deal with this energy, you will in like 70% of the time say no to the urges, and you will from 25 times per month fap only 6 times per month. It would be a fucking huge progress. Like, you don't even realize it. This would be such a big achievement, bro. And again, if you had that NoFap streak, you would say, nah, I mean, I relapsed 6 times and I'm still on day 0. Versus you focus on fap less, and you've learned some new shit that is making you able to say no to porn, and you've decreased your times of fapping from 25 to 6. I don't know how many percent of that is, but I think like 300 or 400% progress, bro. That's so good, right? And even if I fail sometimes, yeah, I admit it, I'm a fucking self-improvement guy and I sometimes fail. It's normal, bro. I'm just staying positive after it, because many people, including maybe you say, I'm a fucking loser, I have no discipline, no girls will want me, blah blah blah. And now you're rewiring your brain, you're admitting this identity that you can't say no, you're a loser, and it doesn't help you, right? Whereas if you would just sit down after you've relapsed and talk with yourself positively. Like, for example, yeah, it was a lesson, bro. Like, let's just think, okay, probably the reason why I relapsed is because I was bored and I had nothing to do. And I also didn't unfollow that girl on Snapchat that sends thirst traps that my dick likes. And then I skipped the breathing exercise and I relapsed. But it's okay, it's a lesson. And again, when I will have the urge, I will know what to do and I will be able to say no to porn. And even if you right now fap 25 times or more per month, if you will say this every time you relapse, it's a pretty good tactic to brainwash your brain into thinking that you can actually say no. And especially when you're starting off and you have that 25, 26, 27, even 30 times of fapping per month, it's a pretty essential thing that you have to do if you want to quit. And the last thing I want to talk about with you is how to prevent getting the urge. So as I mentioned before, unfollow those chicks that are sending you thirst traps, and you follow them not because you know them or that they're your friend, but because they're sexy and your dick like it. And it's the same probably with Instagram or TikTok, where you follow the girls that are doing the little dances, especially on TikTok, or on Instagram, those female fitness influencers, they are just posting their ass and that's it. Bro, really fucking now? They're digging something outside. But yeah, the most important thing is to discover your purpose. Basically, you want to have something much more meaningful and more important than focusing on NoFap. Because the reason why people on NoFap fail is because they're obsessing over NoFap and they have nothing more better to do in their lives. Like, a guy that doesn't fap doesn't even think about porn. He's so busy that he doesn't even have time for it, right? So if you will plan your day every single day and you will align your life to purpose, I guarantee you, you will quit porn. Just don't get bored. Every time you get bored, you just lay down and you do this, right? Because you're searching for some fun, for some dopamine spike. So just fill your day with something, especially when right now it's summer. I literally have a video on what to do this summer and how to become the best version of yourself this summer. There's even a link in the description for free Discord group called Lion Pack that will significantly help you with everything you have in your life. So if you want to have a good summer, you want to quit urges, you want to have one-on-one mentorships, you want to have more friends, click that and join. And if you don't want to somehow, still I think it will be pretty valuable for you to just stay around here, because I drop a lot of value that changes your life, right? So just go down and click on the subscribe button to become one of us, become the lion in our pack, because you don't want to be zebra like your friends, right? You don't want to be a loser, you want to be a fucking king of the jungle. And with that, goodbye, bro. I'm not gonna scream today. Fuck!